Mushroom Jesus. I really am so into what you're about. You know what I mean? I think your videos are fascinating. Want to eat you. I just want to eat you. I think you're an amazing character. I think I was gonna do a comment about this video that I'm responding to, but I thought it definitely deserves a video response. You know, your life stories is just fascinating. You know, about when you became a monk and all that story, and comparing it with the garden myth and things like that. I mean, I've been fascinated about the story of the Garden of Eden since I was a kid. It's something about the imagery of it. It's just an amazing tale, you know. And I've learned since that it really is kind of like a patriarchal rip-off for a much older tale of the goddess of the garden of the goddess, where the tree was beneficial. It wasn't demonized. The garden wasn't demonized. People who ate the fruit weren't demonized. You know what I mean? And this kind of like wondering about it has been like a lifelong research project for me. You know, I'm just sort of like, there's so many different layers to it. You know what I mean? It's like, for instance, when they say when they call it the tree. Oh yeah, and the book that really opened my eyes to it was The Sacred Mushroom and the Cross by Allegro, John M.Allegro. Wow, you know, what a book. When they say the tree is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, I kind of like, I'm very open to the meaning of that being, right? And this really applies to the situation we're in now. Is just checking the time. To know what is good and what is evil. I mean, some people might say, I mean, you might have kind of like in your video sort of said something like, it's not judging and things like that. But I tend to feel to know what is evil, right? Because the world we're in now, if you look at the millions that are apathetic to what is going on, hard, you know, callous, indifferent to evil. So they can see starving children and you know, they're eating the fucking nosh at the table. You're seeing starving children in parts of the world. Seeing, although the news won't show the real horrors of like Iraq, sometimes they do. Sometimes like the Lebanese war with Israel did a short while back. You know, you saw like buildings, children being dragged out, covered in mud, dead, you know, and all this business. And yet people would be hard to it always, you know, they kind of like just be hard. So I feel that seeing good and evil is knowing evil when you see it. My experience from psychedelics is that you can see what's wrong very clearly. Okay? Which is like kind of judging. I mean, when I had this trip, when I was watching about the Israel and Palestinian situation, and I was just seeing that the big picture of it. I was seeing it dead clear. That it's people's beliefs, you know, that they cling to. Not to say that Israel has a right to invade Palestine or anything like that. I don't mean that. I mean that the deep down thing that I was seeing is that conflicts happen because people get caught up in belief systems that are abstract and divided from nature, when nature is like it's a connecting factor for all people, for all beings, you know. But I was seeing that it was evil, you know, that if you see something that's evil, you don't want to be part of it. If you see that poisoning water system of people, you know, because water is the staple of life, that is evil. That is bad. It's not good. Yeah. And to see that, you know, it needs clear vision. That's it, isn't it?